Is DK worst choice? Yes, it's the worst choice. Alright, choose the prediction outcome. 10 to 12. I mean, obviously Jordy bets 10 to 12. He's gonna get the big payout. No doubt about that. Okay. My first 12 win I've seen. What? I go 12 wins twice a day, usually. He must not be watching a lot. Big mistake. DK, Mage, when you trust in the hearth of the cards. I trust in the hearth of the cards. Alright, I'm gonna go pee. Take a quick pee break. We'll be back. Fireman, thank you for the follow, Fireman. Okay. That's good. Card game community turned his back on him. In 2019, he had an altercation with Dexter in Paris. True. That's true. I've since forgiven him, but it took time.
The knights are driven by a single purpose.
Let's try to do this. Hey, Sin. I'm gonna try this Gnome Muncher card out. I think it's good. I don't think it's great for Death Knight, but it's a good card. Single red. Yeah, you know, what are you gonna do? Alright, we got a Foul Egg or a Skelly Mancer. Maybe Foul Egg? I don't know. How do I crack that? It's pretty easy to crack them, isn't it? They're all kind of shit. I like Infected Peasant. Graveyard Shift is okay too, but I don't have to commit to that run. If you get Malignance, I really like it, but I guess Infected Peasant works really well too, right? I will take the Acolyte of Death, absolutely. Let's take a Zombie over Garbage. Let's take I guess a Direwolf here. Direwolf's fine. It's good with our hero power. A bunch of crap here. I think I'll take a Web Lord. Sometimes Web Lord, I don't know. Sometimes it does stuff. I do like Tar Creeper. Mawork's a good 8, but I don't know. I think I'll just prioritize a good cheap card over a good expensive card. And I guess Spellbender's okay, no? Have a good stream. I'll bounce. Young boy. Okay, have a good one, man. Thanks for being here. Actually, don't always love this card. I'm a big fan of this, but I guess we want one weapon, maybe. I feel like you get a lot of the 3 mana, 3/2. I think they're close. Let's take the Bone Breaker. Yeah, this one. Could take a Plague Strike here. I think Plague Strike's a lot better than this. Means no double runes for us, but I think that's fine. I think we just want to take as many class cards as we can. There's a Transform card. It's okay. These are just pretty bad, so... Sure. These are terrible. I love Umbral Geist. That one's good. I'll run a Howling Blast here over 6 mana 4/4, I guess. I have 1 weapon. I'd like to have 2, so I can potentially like draw them later. I do like Stormwind, but again, I can be a little greedy. I'm gonna take it. I bet I get offered another weapon. That's my guess. I kind of hate them all. They're all okay. I think I'll just take a Lion's Guard. It's probably the best card here. I like this card, actually. It's good with the egg. It's good with our hero power. We just have undeads kind of all over the place, right? Necrolite is good. Malignant is decent. How'd the last one go? 12 wins, not bad. 1/1/1 on runes, I don't know. It's the best you can do now, since the adjustments, I think. All the top players agree. Let's take an Acolyte of Death, another Necrolite. So that's our second weapon. The triple runes prevents you from getting as many picks that are like Nerubian Weblord and Bloodcell Raider, so just get a maximum, you'll maximize your odds to get Death Knight cards, as opposed to getting Weblords and other crap. That's our second weapon, right, we said? Okay, definitely want to run 2. Good with the Malignant. It's a crazy draft. I'd say this is probably an average Death Knight deck right now, at best. Maybe slightly above average. You don't have any of the broken stuff. You need Vizier, you need Panda, you need the 2 mana, or the 2 Rune Discovers. I think those are the really good decks. Remorseless Winters, Army of the Dead, Ysera. Stuff like Dreads had was kind of nuts. Another sidekick is kind of nice now that we do have 1 Malignant. We don't have any other mechs, right? No other mechs. I think there's an argument for either, but let's take this. We have 2 Acolyte... Oh, there you go. We have 2 Acolytes of Death, so having a couple of 1 mana undeads that cycle themselves is pretty good. Possessifier, yeah, Possessifier. We take all the pandas. A third weapon? I'm not so sure I want a third weapon. I kind of like Glyph. or I'm sorry, anti-magic shell when you have this. Who's leaving? Queenie's leaving? Or Boogie's leaving? Or both? Yeah, I think I'm actually just gonna take this. I'll take a Kooky over a Swamp Egg, although it'll be pretty easy to break that egg. Honestly, you know, I could probably take it. It's not an undead though. Oh, you know what? It's gonna be a little harder. Okay, let's take the Kooky. This card's insane. I really like Frost Rider, but I don't think we're really hurting for late game, early game. Sure. All right, give us like something big, like another Malignant Horror. Never lucky. This card's good though. It's not great. Yeah, the deck is strong. I think it's definitely weaker than the Druid we just played. And definitely weaker than the last 2 Death Knights we fought at 10 and 11 wins, so... getting 1 Panda means that you can always find a Scourge or something, or Remorseless Winter perhaps. 6, yeah, I think this deck is closer to like 6, 5 or 6 than like a guaranteed 12 type deck or anything like that.
The Knights of the Ebon Blade will not falter.
But I think we got sort of rewarded for staying out of double runes. We just have a lot of Death Knight cards, which is good too. Let's just keep those. Let's set a bet. Let's start the bet. And, you know, see how everybody's doing. What's everybody up to? My feet are cold. Actually, I'm kind of cold. I want my blankie. Death Knight, gotta love it. Hope the stream is going well. We just had a 12-win Druid, so that was cool. If he hero powers, I think I'm actually just gonna coin this out. If he plays a real 2-drop, I think I'll coin this out. Okay. Sort of in between. I mean, if this trades one of those and then we can hide it behind the Tar Creeper, that's so much better than playing the Tar Creeper and like not being able to trade much off the board. Or if he's like trading and spending, you know, 2 mana to kill it, that's fine too, right? Then it's like... So you want to trade first in case you get like a 3-drop beast. Like you could have played like a 3/4 maybe.
Lend me your bones.
If you're gonna make the trade. But they played that poorly, so I don't have too much sympathy there. And I don't mind just, you know, getting the win. That game probably certainly wasn't over, but I get also the frustration of queuing into a Death Knight and just not wanting to deal with it. I think it's like when the Malignant comes out on turn 3 or 4 active, you can just be like, you know, and yeah, an unanswered Acolyte of Death for sure has that same sort of feeling, I think. But we didn't have any undead. If we're hero powering that turn, we're having a pretty weak turn, so. I think I should keep the Acolyte of Death. We kind of saw how the Druid decks function, the good Druid decks. You want to have some place in the early game so you don't just get run over by 1-drops.
Oh, no tip.
Yeah, I think there's an argument to just throw the 2/2 out and try to get a draw off of it. But you're progressing the Malignant Corpse counter up 1 no matter what, so...
One more death can't hurt.
And I'm not gonna swing, it just gives him 1 extra power this turn. So if I can play like a Necrolite into a Necrolite, then we're probably gonna have a good one of these guys. Now it gets a little dicey, where I think it's better to do this, probably. And then try to get the Malignant going next turn, maybe. Depends how far off the temperature is. If it's close, pressure, perfect pressure. I was playing a this or that, and I have a serious question read in chat. Would you rather take a shower with shit water pressure, but perfect temperature? Or perfect water pressure, but not quite right the temp? Oh, for sure pressure. Pressure is better. As long as I'm not taking a cold shower, I'm okay. Cold shower, I don't know if I can really do. Let's trade one of them off. Yeah, we can swing here. And then, unfortunately, we're using up all of our corpses. We can't get a copy with the Necrolite on it, but maybe next turn. as is often the case with Malignant, you already can activate the next one a lot of the time very easily. But yeah, but if you're telling me like shit water pressure, but my preferred temperature, or like an ice cold shower with perfect pressure, I think that's more of a punishment there. Is that guy an undead? He's not, right? So I can hero power and transform it. I could transform it.
Finds new strength in freedom's shade.
And shoot it. I could also transform it again. Just hit it again. I could also transform this one and have 2 4-1s. I don't really hate that either, I guess.
Finds new strength in freedom's shade.
Bullet Seed. Oh yeah, sorry. If everybody could hit the follow button, that would be super great. Bullet Seed, Fireman, thank you guys for the follows. Really great. Just, you know, in case people are like trying to remember tomorrow what stream they might want to watch. At least if Redbeard's in the follower list, it kind of helps. So I'm getting 2 plus a hero power 3. So not enough to proc another Malignant. So I'm just going to... Not following Redbeard? Hard to wash your legs with shit pressure? Not an issue with Dreads though. He just lets it dribble down his chin anyway. Whatever happened to the 1 million follower giveaway? Oh, it's still there. It's just not in the title. We're still honoring it for sure. Once we get to 1 million followers, we're at like 36,000 now, so we're close. We're closer today than we were yesterday. That squirrel just kecked him. Hey, Team America. I don't know if we have any mods here. Queenie, Zelda, sub, follow, getting the hell out of here. Hey, we have a new intro for the YouTube videos. Not, I think, in one that's gone up yet, but in some that are going up soon. For anybody who, you know, is interested in such things.
The streets are not safe.
Alright, hear me out. I'm going to not put this here. Because what if he plays an Umbrogeist, and then he plays a Wrath, and then he Shadow Word Deaths my guy? Can't allow that. Another week before the first intro is in a video. We got some other runs queued up. Well, that's okay. Just, you know, something worth checking out, right, in the future. Okay, now I kind of wish I had the extra attack on the 4-1. I guess it doesn't, the 4-5, it doesn't really matter though, I suppose. Which one is, this is the one? This is the one. What was your last deck, bud? Did it really go 12? Yeah. Yeah, just the typical Redbeard 12-win run. Not too, like, deal 3 damage to an enemy and freeze it and 1 to all others. One of these dies. I guess I can, like, could play this. Do I, like, even need the hero power? I like, hit, kill a hero power. I can hit. I don't have to take damage there. I don't really need this. And I guess I don't mind getting a shadow spell either. We can play him, like, somewhere here, maybe. Fucked that up. Minor details. Okay, we're not summoning a copy. Who really cares? I mean, we're a Death Knight. We can kind of do whatever we want, right? Yeah, we had a 12-win Druid to start. Was fun. It was fun to win. It was fun to get raided by Dreads and then not give him an opportunity to troll us. And we got to troll him through most of the day. New question, chat. Great margarita or a great mojito? What's a mojito?
I can't win them all.
Also, I very rarely have had, like, okay, that's not true. I feel like I very rarely had a good, like, a great margarita, but I've had a couple of shit ones that make me appreciate, like, a decent margarita. Going with a margarita? I mean, I like a margarita. If you got a margarita, you gotta get some chips and salsa with it, though, no? But what's a mojito? I think I've had one. My brother will order a mojito a lot. I think is that what you would get at a like a Mexican food place as well? Do they? Is that where you'd grab a mojito at traditionally?
Will not falter.
Guess this could be my 3-drop. I'll just keep all this stuff. Mint rum, lime, and bitters. Yeah. Learn to pronounce noun a cocktail consisting of white rum, lime or lemon juice, sugar, mint, ice, and sparkling water or club soda. Yeah, I think I probably had that. It sounds okay. I don't mind a little bit of a rum, but I'd rather have a margarita, I think. I like tequila way more than rum. It has to be a nice margarita. Curious about the level of sphincter control that Redbeard has. Can you fart in Morse code? Would you be a savior in WW2 for silent communication or a fart code breaker? Shame on you. Shame on you for doubting my sphincter control. I've got incredible sphincter control. For now. My dad would always order a stinger, whatever that is. I don't know what that is. Sounds like it hurts though. Prescience, not a lot of expensive cards for me. Hero power, play this. Could just play this maybe.
I have things you never knew you wanted.
Yeah, I mean, this is gonna clear a large board at some point. I don't think this card is super strong, but going second when you're already kind of falling behind, I think it'll be serviceable. I think. Sorry, I'm intoxicated. If only Poet was here to ask you probing questions. Did we get a follower the last time we begged? No, we got raided by Team America. I don't know if we shouted him out, but... I don't know if I typed that correctly. I hope I did. But you guys should check out PJ. Great guy. Great gamer. Skilled. Kind. Hopefully Dreads will play Plate-Up. We can get the 3 of us to play Plate-Up again this week. That'd be fun. Blood Boil seems like a great comeback card. It's a good comeback card. It's not always great. And a comeback card without any way to, add any relevant minions after your comeback isn't as good as it might seem. Could play Malignant and buff it this turn. That's pretty good, isn't it? Or... Queenie's gonna be recording. What is Queenie recording? You guys getting into sexual escapades? Because frankly, I'm interested in watching. Deal 3 and then deal 1. Deal 3. I don't know if this is right, but it feels okay. NZZ. What up, NZQ? Yes, Red Queenie will be recording the session. It will sell for $15.99. What are you guys doing in the session, though? I missed that part. Wanna know if this is worth my money or not? Stinger is 2 ounces of something, 1 ounce of white cream. I don't know what any of those things are. So, how do you pronounce that word? Cognac? Is that how you pronounce that? I don't want to make any more of a fool of myself than I already have. I could flip it to trade, but I kind of want my guys to come back. Oh, frick. You know what? New plan. Because I want the corpse. Oh, but I'm not getting the corpse this turn, though. Yuck. Okay, maybe this was wrong. Probing him with my futa cock. Oh, I don't want to watch that. What is a futa cock? Futa cock porn videos. Futa cock. When it looks like a woman, but it has a penis instead. Yeah, you know, you could leave John out of it, maybe. That's okay. Oh, great, Red. Now that's in your history. Don't worry. I hacked Drez's Gmail account, and I'm browsing under his. A weapon. A weapon seems serviceable.
Bind my blade.
One more
I guess I could trade here, maybe. I'm drawing some cards. I'm getting some malignants. So the link was purple then. Yeah. It was weird. It took me right to that one. As though I had already been there before. It's probably one of those benign things in Redbeard's history.
The better.
I have searched some things that I dare not search again. I mean, the computer searched it on its own. I was clicking back, but the computer thought I was clicking refresh 17 times. Computers, right? We all can agree they do things on the pornographic nature that are out of our control. Speaking of pornographic, what am I doing here? Drawing some cards seems reasonable.
Lend me your bones!
Lend me your boners. Okay, some more guys. It's a secret WrestleMania shirt. Oh yeah, man, I love this shirt. Oh, my back. It actually feels better today, but it still hurts. Oh, it's better though. My neck is better. Wow, great. Which year is the shirt? This is WrestleMania 6. So whatever the heck year that is. That man just dropped a shutter walk on me. And a full board clear. And oh my god, I think we ought to figure out what cards do I have? We ought to figure out as an undead what that shutter walk's gonna do. Some buffs, some card draw, some healing, some discover, some immunity. Oh dear. It's problematic in a sense. Sexy flippin' batch. My god. 16 months from the Cookie Monster himself. Thank you so much, Sexy Batch. How are you, man? Happy holidays. Hope you had a nice Christmas. Hope your business was busy. And I hope you got the rest that you need. Is that a undead? That's an undead minion, right?
Can't be good.
I guess I could convert that into a less problematic minion, but still problematic maybe? Let's chop it. And what else am I doing? I guess I could do like something like this. Shutterwalk's kind of annoying. He kind of has to play it here though, right? Shutterwalk is a fun card. Incremental benefit throughout the game. Designed like a card you enjoy. Yeah, I love Shutterwalk. I love Tess. I love Yogg Saron. I love the Jade cards. Very very clear. Oh, I forgot about the weapon. Glad something that can't attack became immune. Okay, I think we could beat that, but I don't think we're in a great spot right now because our deck just doesn't have a lot of value, you know? Liquor is not as fun as meta, wanna confirm. Not doing this again, just do them both at the same time. Legally, make sure it's legal where you live though. Destroy it. Wait, what the fuck? Why did he do that?
You don't have magic in mind.
I'm confused. What was the point? Would that not have been, could that not have been better if he had done something different?
Wait, magic. Wait. Magic only.
The end of my turn, it does stuff.
Wait, magic only. The streets are not safe.
What do you call being drunk and high at the same time? I think the kids call it getting cross-faded. And make sure that's legal before you do it. Make sure you check with a local physician to make sure your body can handle such things. Turn it up. Turn this jam up. Okay, I'm turning it up right now.
A stranger will offer you aid.
Lightning storm? Hope not. Oh, it's lightning bolt. Okay, that's not as bad. Alright, just turn it up. Is it better? Check, my body can no longer handle a crossfade. But can Twitch chat? Is that okay if they do it? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Relish this holiday. Victory is yours.
Okay, his deck is incredible. Wow, he has Astalor and Shutterwalk. That's crazy. Wow. It's like something you may have extensive experience with. I used to sip a little whiskey and do my little puff puff on my pen from time to time for a little while. For like a year or two. Not every night or anything, but... And he lost. Well, he didn't draw the Astalor till the end of the game, right? And then the Shudderwock didn't get a ton of value. But it got enough that if he had gotten immunity on one of his minions instead of the thing that got summoned, he might have had a shot to steal that one. I have the thing that draws weapons, but... You know what? I'm gonna keep that too. If I don't draw it, I want the Soulbreaker early, I think. Twitch chat and patience of all walks of life can make dangerous decisions. Excessive intake of any drug can be dangerous. Being a little drunk and a little high is okay. Okay.
Merriest of winter veils to you.
Okay, the doctor has approved, chat. You guys can get nasty. Wish I played that last turn, or had drawn that last turn. Am I playing this? I think so. Still okay. Thanks, Doc. How many channel points for Dread's impression? I would never make fun of my friend like that. Got a fart. How are you, Campy?
One more death can't hurt.
It's so easy to get too high. That's why I liked my little vapey pen, because I could just go like, I could just take like a really small amount, and that was cool. Is it wiser to draw a card here? Probably not, right?
Hope you don't have magic.
Probably not. I can't believe we have people in this chat that can even understand words like that. Like what? Like pasta? Yeah, pasta's a word. Oh wow, that's a big mistake.
All is not lost yet.
I mean, I think we're gonna lose, but that was a poor play on our opponent's part. I'm just like never drawing a card, I guess.
Wait, magic only.
That's a good card to get from Web Spin. That's a problem, yeah. Yeah, he's not. We haven't put enough pressure on him to stop the rat from being. I mean, he doesn't have any other minions on board right now, so maybe he just has like some chunky minions. Walking Fort. Thank you, Walking Fort, for the follow. Okay, he just has a bad turn here.
I have things you never
The hero
knew
powers,
you
maybe.
want.
Did I turn the egg into a 4/5? Or my hero power? I guess it depends what we draw. We used to be degenerates and you turned us into civilized human beings. Damn you! I think silence is good. Yeah. Yeah, silence is pretty good.
Finds new strength in freedom, Shade.
Yeah, I need a good shadow spell. There's just not a lot of good silence. There's the neutral, tradable, which is fine, and then the priest 5/5, I guess? Does anybody else even have one?
Let me show you the arcade.
I am screwed.
For the Ebon Blade.
One more death can't hurt.
Specific Death Rattle Silence 1 has a lot of targets. The 6 mana 5/7? Yeah, I don't think that one's very good. I think the 2 mana 2/2 is better, and the 4 mana 3/4. I don't think any of them are like premium. The problem with cards like that is like when you hit and like ow, you're still developing an understated minion, right? There are no overstated silence effects. So it's like you're never playing like a 4 mana 4/5 that silences and you're like happy to play it, you know? You're late. Malignant.
Lend me your bones.
I'm not gonna lie, I forgot about the spell damage. 4/5, freeze it. That may have been a mistake. There's not really anything I could do, because if it's freezing and you try to attack into the 4/3 first, I think you're kind of screwed.
Ready to fight for a better future?
Aw, no hero power. But because he has the rush, I kind of just lose, huh? I need 8 damage. Oh, that's pretty good. And the rat's not here. So I can buff, I can hero power. Okay, this is always coming down.
Streets are not safe.
I can get a malignant down this turn. 4 need to die, huh? I can get a malignant down. So if I hero power and play this, I only have 3, which means I play one single 2/4 instead. But I also keep a 2/2.
I must consider.
And I get the spell.
I have things you never knew you wanted.
This is probably better.
Reach for the sky!
Even if, like, we'll just try to kill him next turn. He might not be able to kill the 4/7. Hopefully he's just holding like 3 death wings. Have you ever seen the movie Idle Hands? Slackers or SLC Punk? No.
Well fought. I concede. Winter
That's for saying well played before the game was over. How do you feel about duels and standard? Do you dabble, or arena is more your thing? I've disliked the randomness of arena, but I love to play it from time to time. I made it to legend not this month, but last month, and it was okay. Standard is sort of like power crept beyond belief right now, and there's so much mana cheat. There's so many like swingy turns where like each player's playing like a 9 mana 20/20 that gains them 20 life, or spending 5 mana to summon like, you know, 5/10 drops, or killing people on turn 4, like dealing 40 damage on turn 4. That I really think standard needs to rotate and be recalibrated, but just in general I don't enjoy constructed as much as a limited format. Duels is okay too, but duels kind of feels overwhelming to me. It's like there's too many treasures, there's too many classes, there, you know, you have to net deck your first deck. Like I feel like if you played duels every day for 4 hours a day and learned the meta, learned every card, it would probably be more rewarding. But it just feels overwhelming to get into. But they're both like okay. I don't think like there's anything wrong with enjoying them or anything like that. I just prefer arena. When are you getting rid of the beanie? Probably springtime, I would think. Spring seems like a delightful time, perhaps. What do you think? As the seasons change. You left out mercenaries? Well, he just asked me about those too.
Sorry, we don't have any ink.
Completely. I can't wait until the rotation. Standard is always so interesting when the new year comes around. Yeah, I don't know if I ever find standard all that interesting. The problem with constructed, just inherently, is that, like, let's say you have a set of 150 cards or whatever, and a core set and what, like, you're always going to be stuck sort of playing the best, like, 15 or 30 cards. So 75% of the expansion is just rendered obsolete before it even begins. And Hearthstone so incentivizes you to play, like you gain your points by playing the meta decks. So it's like if you're not playing the meta deck, you're at a disadvantage too. So you're not really incentivized to do that. So I'll be excited for a new set and an arena rotation. I personally always enjoy that. But there is usually, what happens, I feel like, so consistently for a decade in Hearthstone and 3 decades in Magic the Gathering, is a new set comes out, and the first day everybody's like, oh my god, I'm so excited, I was so bored of the last meta. And then they play it for 2 days, and then everybody gets bored, somebody solves the meta or whatever, and everybody's like, oh man, we need a rotation. And it's like, okay, well, every time you ask for that, and every time you get it, and every time it's fun for like a day, and then every time it's the exact same. So I don't know, there's like this like cyclical nature to it that's like really, like arena, like, I mean, whatever, you're gonna complain about things no matter what, people are just gonna complain, but arena, at least, like, the pool of cards is huge relative to like a standard pool of cards, like the amount of cards that can viably see play. This card is a fine arena card. Swamp Leech is a card that you have to run sometimes, and is a better Warlock card. It's better in Warlock. You can make an argument to take it over a different card. It's like you just have this huge sprawling kind of re-attack. How many corpses? Spend 5 corpses? Are you kidding me? I don't want to spend that many. I don't have that many.
Delicious spider.
I'm using that to kill. What if I hero power? No. What if I play the egg and play? What if I buff there? Play the egg and then convert it and then play that. Maybe that's the play.
Consider.
Play the egg and then convert it.
Finds new strength in yourself, soldier.
And do something like this maybe. And then he gets pretty low. He has to lose this guy anyway here. I could have free traded it, but it's my favorite dinosaur. You know, it's hard to say. Maybe a Stegosaurus. The guy's got armor plating. Canal Slogger. Okay, Credeezy. Canal Slogger coming up. Sorry, I was rambling about her. Canal Slogger.
Gadgets and Gazette always gets the scoop.
No littering. Pawn scum. How was that? Be honest. I could take it. My heart can take it this time. How'd I do?
Curious.
I can't see. 5, 8, 11, 14.
Power from the dead.
Very good. Okay. Beautiful. Barbara Walters died. Oh, that's a bummer. Don't really like when anybody dies. When you put it like that, Arena get all the boons and expansion, as you get to play with 75% of it, which don't see play in Standard. It's probably higher than 75%, but I'm just being like cautious. But like cards like this is a good Arena card. This has been an Arena staple for the entire existence that it's been a thing. Like the pandas, the viziers, the discover effects, even things like Dire Wolf Alpha. Like these are cards that are still good at times in Arena. So this is a crazy Death Knight deck. I think this is probably like a 6 out of 10 quality Death Knight deck probably. And I think we'll real quickly be like, I think this deck is much more likely to go 5-0 to 5-3 than to go 12 wins. What happens a lot is you'll just queue into the decks that have 4 Malignants and 2 Bone Mares, or, you know, 2 Discovers and you know, 2 Class Discovers and a Vizier and a Panda, or you'll run into the Mage decks that are running 3 Birds and 3 Arcane Overflows, or the Paladin decks that got the Discover cards. Like you'll just eventually run into the really broken stuff. Chat, I think, oftentimes overvalues or overestimates a power level of a deck. The deck's power levels, I feel like, oftentimes are dependent on like your like 4 worst cards and like your 4 best cards. Like, what are your 4 worst cards and what are your 4 best? And it's like, well, we have a Nerubian Weblord. We have, you know, an anti-magic shell that isn't always going to get value. We have, you know, a faceless manipulator and stuff. And it's like the games where you draw those, you're just going to get outclassed like so badly, so easily. And then like what's your high roll potential? Like, is it a Malignant, a Ysera, and a Remorseless Winner? Or is it like 1 Malignant and like you're hoping that your Acolyte of Death goes off? Like, you know, like those things I think matter. Feels bad, but at the same time, like, it's just filler cards tend to be okay Arena cards. It's the synergy cards that fall short if they're super reliant on synergy. Yeah, that's true. This guy has currently no corpses, which leads me to believe, potentially, that he has not just 1 Malignant, but maybe he's just like, hey, you know, I have to play. I'll go here. I don't want to give him the corpses in case he has another Malignant kind of queued up. I want him to have to work a little harder. Return this to your hand and it costs health instead of mana. Yeah, I'll take it, I guess. No? Do I even want that? Maybe I just want another one of these. Yeah, fuck it. Whatever. Who cares? I mean, I'm putting a lot of pressure on him, and I have some reach in my hand, so... No Mana Thirst? Yeah, the other 3-drop? Well, the other 3-drop doesn't have Taunt, and if it doesn't have Taunt, then you lose your Acolyte. Which is sort of like... Wow. That's a full play. So we just kind of, like, had a perfect read on like, everything going on this game. Not that it was too hard to figure out, but still.
Have another dose? It hurts!
It's one way to beat the deck that's certainly better than yours. So I think this was a play that not everybody would make. Clearly, chat's kind of questioning playing the Sentinel, and then you know how you handle the next turn too, making that trade so you can't get the Malignant out again another turn earlier, which just lets you push more damage. And then not all of it is always straightforward, but I think it's really easy to watch people and then just assume you would have made every single same decision. I do the same thing in Battlegrounds. I'll watch like Dog or Victor, Wobble play, and I'm like, oh yeah, like, oh man, like, yeah, they won at 25%. Oh man, like, they're so lucky. I'm like, well, I probably would have been dead 4 turns before this, Howdy, Fred. Hope your holidays are going well. Hey, Ish. Yeah, things are pretty good, man. We just had a 12-win Druid. We have a decent Death Knight, but it's at 6-0. Decent Death Knights, as I'm sure know, sometimes are just good enough, right? I spent Christmas with Twitch chat. I'm spending New Year's with Twitch chat. Malignant Horror's been ruining Arena. I mean, it's very, very strong, but I've got 18 wins today, and I had 12 before I put a Malignant in my deck, right? So it's too powerful, it's too common, but I'm still here playing every day, and I'm having some fun,
Is the prelude to
Ruining is subjective. I think it's a card that's clearly too powerful, and hopefully they address that. I had a Myrogar Death Knight today. Cool. I think I drafted him once or 0 times. I can't remember. Maybe I had a dream that I drafted him. You think you would have done the same plays, then you would play, you get 3 wins, and you go back to watching. Yeah, that's okay, as long as you're watching. That's the key. The most important thing on Twitch is to be using your Twitch Prime somewhere, preferably here, but if you're already subbed here, if you don't want to use it here, use it somewhere else, like on PJ's stream, Team America, Dreads, Isherwood, Slissa, Happa Bear, McBanterface. Find somewhere to use it, because why the heck not? I bump it, and then I dump it. Do the old bumper on his dumper. I should have just played this. I guess I get 2 cards, so I mean, who really cares? Right? Get my life back, and I guess I'll just play this now. How can they balance Death Knight and help other classes? I think Malignant can get yeeted. I think Acolyte of Death should probably be a 3/3. I mean, how do you balance Arena? You make the rarities applicable for this game mode. You make Arena only cards, or you curate the sets. All that they really have available to them is basically to just make cards like show up more or less. And that's just the way you do it. You just make better cards show up less and worse cards show up. You just kind of tweak it, but they're not going to put in all the effort it takes to balance Arena that way. Have a bear, your point is moot on that one? Well, I'm just trying to think of some male and female streamers. But that's the thing, right? You get to use it wherever you want, right? You can go use it on, I said Isherwood, right? How about, Ash Queen? She's wonderful. I haven't seen her streaming too much. Dose of Coffee, I haven't seen him too much, but he seems like a wonderful lad. And if you decide you guys don't like these people, then you don't have to use shit there, which is fine too. As long as, remember, you're using your Twitch Prime here. That is, as always, the most important thing you can possibly do with your wretched life. Make it 4/5? Or do I just... I guess that's better, no? I mean, it's a 2-mana fucking 4/5. And I'll throw it here, and maybe I should have thrown it there, but that's a lot of damage, man. And if he's killing it here, he's going down to 13. Ash Queen is good. What other ladies are in? Sofa? Although I don't see Sofa too much. It's like the holidays, maybe the fewer people are streaming. That's only a 2/5. I can flip that, and I can chop it.
Delicious spider.
Get some corpses, push some damage. If he doesn't have a taunt here, he's dead. My wife is wretched, that's not good. I feel like I've gotten runs where I've gotten 3 to 4 legendaries in a run. I've gotten 12 wins with ease, and it makes me feel bad for people that I beat. Well, it's pretty rare, and I never feel bad, because most of the legendaries aren't even that good, honestly. And, maybe they're jerks, and you know, they're learning a valuable lesson. Don't hit my 4/4, please. Thank you. Do I have another weapon in the deck? I don't, but he could ooze it, and I don't know. I'm sure I can find a little bit of damage somewhere, right? No love for Asmo and Crypt? I was naming some arena people, wasn't I? But yeah, Asmo's great, Crypt's great, Victor's great, XQN, Wobble when he's on, you know, you can use them all over. Ain't got any qualms with that, you know me. Not much of a qualmer.
One more death can't hurt.
Wish I could play that. Me, you could use it on Adventures of Otto if he's affiliated, I think. They might make Discover break again. Oh. Yeah, the more they do, the more they break sometimes. Knowing Blizzard, they're gonna buff horror. Yeah, it's possible. Jack Samurai, thank you for the follow. Someone was trying me to start some drama with other streamers. I got something to say about Redbeard. He might be the sweetest arena boy. But most of the arena community is cool. I don't know if there's anybody in the arena community I don't like. I like Ish. I like Mr. Dose of Coffee, Save File. Maybe, you know, how could you say Redbeard's the sweetest arena boy when Save File and Dose of Coffee exist, right? Graham. Yeah, I haven't seen Graham either. I think Graham's been working a bunch, maybe? He's been, like, living in a power plant, I think he said. There's several streamers I don't like, and they should know it, because I'm not in their stream. Blobby, yeah, I like Blobby. Blobby seems like a nice boy. I don't really want both, but that weapon is good.
Happy Feast of Winter.
Hey, you know what? That's the nicest thing you've ever said to me.
Merriest of winter veils to you.
Am I chopping these things?
For the Ebon Blade.
Blobby's a nice kid. Death Knight is struggling and constructed, not compared to Warrior Embrace and struggling in Arena. Which is interesting to see, and must be such a juggle when it comes to balancing, yeah. I think as a result, they just don't do much, like, active balancing. Which is bad for me sometimes. But I've been adamant, I really don't think, also, hello Arya, how are you? I've been adamant, I don't think they should be focusing on balance so much as trying to, like, make the mode fun. And I know that's easier said than done, but I have so many good suggestions that I've offered to them freely, so I think that there are possible ways. Lil Arya, what is the easiest way to call you? What should we say? Arya? There's a bunch of L's and I's in there, and I just don't know what the hell is going on. Maybe they're Roman numerals. I don't speak Roman. A lot of folks see a correlation between balance and fun, but I smell what you're stepping in. Yeah, I think that there's a difference between like a 65% win rate class and a 30% win rate class, and making like a 53% win rate class bad and unfun to try to make it, you know, equivalent to a 47% win rate class. The reality is, if you just go through the history, is they've almost never had any actual like 50-50 balance. There's always going to be like good and bad classes, and I think that that's okay, especially because it seems to be pretty much unavoidable that it won't be the case.
Finds new strength in freedom.
But yeah, you want there to be the feeling that, more so that I think there's not one class that feels unbeatable, and that there's not like 5 classes that feel unplayable. So if you can just get 6, 7 playable classes, other classes that have the capability of high rolling, and a class at the top which is beatable, I think that that's the balance you should strive for. Not like you have an equivalent expectation to get the exact same amount of wins for every class regardless of anything, you know? 45 to 55 should maybe be the aimable goal at the minimum. Yeah. And it's not like having 8 classes at 45 and 4 classes at 55. It's like you have 1 class at 55 and 1 class at 45, and then 1 at 46 and 1 at 54 and 1 at 47 and 1 at 53, etc. And then it's like, oh, okay, like, sure, it's like there's a gradient to this. It's not like I'm like obligated to lose just because I rolled the 3 worst unplayable classes. What am I doing here? Is this an undead? Should I be trading here?
Wait, magic only.
I don't know, I didn't really like this turn. I summoned an activated package runner today. I want that card back. Wait, how did you do that? You loved that card. I hated it so much. What was it? It's like a 3 mana 5/6 or something? It can only attack if you have like 8 cards in your hand? How that was ever a thing, I could never tell you. Cool thing about that is I have this. I wish it would tell me if it went off.
One more death can't hurt. Feels good.
But I'm gonna hold this just in case he did get a buff. I think. It was a 3 mana 5/6 and it was OP. I got it from the 4 mana 3/3 Death Rattle. That one's Package Runner. Is it just like not draftable, but it's generatable? I forgot Package Runner was a card. It should have Rush. Well, Isherwood kept going 12 wins with it. He kept drafting it aggressively. He's not draftable. That's good. He's active. That's kind of nice.
Do you have an audience with the
I'm
king?
gonna squelch him because I don't want to know about the next removal spell potentially. People would say it was never draftable. Yeah, not you though. Was he Warlock? Yeah, I don't know. Darn it. What I hate is how he killed my guy. That part I really dislike.
The streets are not safe.
I have things you never knew you wanted.
You know, maybe it was better to play that first, take that and shoot that, but I kind of don't hate this either. Hopefully the 1/4 kind of gives him some trouble. Okay, not hating how this started. Hating it a little more now. Suppose I have anti-magic shell. And that's good. That's good too. Oh god, this is irritating me. This card's fucking shit. Pardon my language. Just bump and hero power and trade. Maybe I don't have to play the anti-magic shell, but what am I death striking here? Bump. Hero power. I'm trading.
A dark deed to defy death.
I don't know. I guess I could trade that one in there. Okay, let's just be responsible and do this. And then let's kill this, trade this, and I guess I'll just play that. Best format is giving Redbeard your subs. Is that a format? Let's start playing that one. Most people agreed that it was at least reasonable in Warlock. Not me, I hated it. I played more, I think, of an empty hand tempo-y style in general, more often than not. I like to take a couple of bad ones over like a value-y card like that in a Warlock, and I'll just dump my hand and tap later, you know what I mean? That is not an undead. But this is okay still. My hero powering, it's 2, so I need 6. I could just convert this one maybe. Convert here.
Finds new strength and freedom. Feel yourselves, soldiers.
I can go here, here. And I guess I still push 5, right? I mean, he just gained a buttload. You got the obelisk off? I did, yeah. I got the obelisk off. I never got the Sword of 1,000 Truths, but I lost a 50-50 to get it, and I misplayed. I like traded something and then realized I put an extra death rattle in the pool, and it was like not even that I traded it, it's like I played an extra death rattle and then it got like caught in a flame strike, and then I had a 50-50 to get the boars, and then I lost a 50-50 or something. It's entirely my fault. I could have guaranteed it. Somebody did it in chat though, I remember too. Sorry, I'm picking stuff off my back. Another abyssal. Yeah, kind of bad. Package Runner also had silence and taunt to support it, so not just hand size. Runner into Librarian was fun. Oh, okay. Hopefully he's dead. Hopefully he plays a Moarg, and then we top deck Gnome Muncher and we just kill him anyway. Okay. Am I dead? I am dead on board. I am no longer dead on board, but neither is he. Greatest feeling ever, swinging that thousand truths sword. It brings a tear to your eye. Let's hope he gets Hellfire. I wish he had not top decked the taunt last turn. Very close, yeah. We had outs, and we just needed to avoid a little bit of second Abyssal, first Spellfire, the top deck taunt. It's a lot of those games, like, you lose, it's like...
I must protect the firewall.
Locke had the answer book. Yeah, he was answering us. But again, like, right, like, if they don't answer you every turn, then you just win. But the game's not really fun if nobody ever answers any cards, right? So, yeah. Ideally, you know, it's not like 6 or 7, but yeah, you know. I'm sure we've won games like that too, right? It's funny, it's like if you're answering every play, you never really think about, yeah, this is just fair. It's fair if I get all the answers. It's lame if my opponent does. But you know, seems kind of fair. Who just followed? Romans and Junior Ebert with the 100 bits. Hey, thanks so much, man. If I got 100 bits every time I lost, I would play a lot faster and draft crappier decks. I'm glad I haven't told you that. I don't want to lie to you. That's my New Year's resolution. Oh, thank goodness.
Side effects.
Couldn't you have transformed his 8/8 taunt? No. You can only transform undeads, and that is a mech demon, but not an undead. Would have been sick, though.
That feels good.
Would have been sick. Sickening. Sure.
For help.
Demon mech isn't undead, no. Can't wait for 2027 when they introduce tri-type minions. Oh my god, game breakers. Do you think all good druid decks look the same? No.
Reflect in the moonwell.
But maybe in that, like, they probably all have like minions and stuff, you mean? Hopefully he doesn't attack, that'd be swell. Wow, he didn't attack. Goodness gracious. Maybe just doesn't have any more ways to activate this. So if I play this, it's gonna eat his 5/5 and I'm gonna get a card. But I could get 2 cards if I want.
One more death canter.
And you know what? I do want.
Run for help.
Happy New Year, Redbeard. I gotta go to work all of New Year's. See ya, chat later, man. Have a good time. Heading off to bed myself. Have a good one and a Happy New Year's. You too, Ish. You gonna be on tomorrow, or? I wish you were on at 3 or 4 in the morning. I could send some raids back your way, which I think would be awesome. Be a treat for everyone. I've been kind of, I don't know if anybody's noticed, I was talking about, I'm trying to move the start of the stream back an hour. I'll settle for half an hour. I'm trying to move it back an hour. From 9:30 start to like 8:30. And then instead of being on until like 5, be on to like 4, 4:30. And we could still stay on until 5, but you know.
In life, manner. In death.
Might be worth the schedule change. Schedule changes are hard, man. It gets so easy to just like, and I have all this free time and it's like, oh, I don't want to start at 8:30. The thing is, there's sort of like diminishing returns like at certain times. Because if like other really big streamers are on, then it's like, it's kind of counterintuitive. But you get to see new people and maybe you can grow your stream and there's value there too. Just steal Dredge's slot? Yeah, I think that's the smart move. That's the real smart. Steal from your friend. Lie to your enemies. I have cards I can play that can do certain things which constitute it could be deemed serviceable. Could get the Porter down. And then he has to trade them both. or die. And then I save a lot of health. I mean, that's probably just it. The other play is to what? Hero power, play this, run that in there, play the alpha and trade there. You could do that too. And then maybe you just can't kill the
Curious.
Wait, is there another play here?
Reach for the sky.
Could use this one. And I could clear all of this stuff. I put it there, and I keep a 4-1. You know what? That's probably better. Just like all of his buffs get worse, right? His bone mare becomes obsolete this turn. Do you enjoy staying up during the night more? Oh yeah, I was always like, when I worked at Target, I had a really volatile schedule. Like I'd be in the mornings, I'd be in the nights, sometimes I'd be in the afternoons, but sometimes I would be like, I'll go from like 3 until like 1 in the morning. How long is that? Maybe 4? No, like 3 to 1 or something like that. I don't know what it was. I should start.
Never knew you wanted.
Okay, punished maybe? This is fine. And then like I come back, sometimes I'd have to go back to work at like 6 or 7, 8 a.m. the next day. I just like drive home, lay down, sleep for 4 hours, get up and go back. And then on my days off, like I couldn't ever like go to bed at like 8 o'clock. I'd always be up till like 2, 3 in the morning. And even if I worked at 6 or 7, I was just always kind of used to that. So now I'm really like not up that much later than I was used to. I'd be up till like 4 or 5. The stream in the past, we used to be on till like 6, 6:30 a little more often. I think I was hungrier, you know. When the stream was growing, I'd do like 9:30 to like 6, 7 o'clock a lot of the time. So I don't know. Now I'm like, 5, 6 hours. I need to do more. I was having fun though doing the afternoon streams. I just haven't been waking up. I've been getting actual good sleep, which is cool. I cut caffeine out. I haven't been drinking any caffeine during the stream, and I think that's helping me sleep better. The weather has kind of shifted. It's getting darker. It's colder, so it's easier, I think, to sleep in a bit. What's on there? A Kodo. I don't want to use the corpses. I want to summon these. Also don't really mind trading, but... Okay, you know what? Okay.
Shield yourselves, soldiers!
That's fine. I used to work noon to 9, and I'd stay up till 3 a.m. before work. Yeah, when I worked the afternoons or the late shift, I felt like I could stay up as late as I want and get enough sleep. Like I'd be up till 4, and if I had to go in at 3, I'd wake up at, whenever noon, I'd sleep for 8 hours. Like, oh, I sleep till noon, I got time. Like I just feel like when you worked later, I just had all this time relative to when I worked in the mornings. Just, I guess, you have the same amount of time, but like it just fit my schedule better. And now like streaming, I just feel like I'm like the last couple of years I've lived twice as long. I just have, I don't feel like I'm working. I feel like I'm like just, I end the stream, I haven't set an alarm, I wake up, I have hours and hours before the stream, and I'm quote unquote working, 220 hours a week, a month, and it's like, I don't know, man, I just have all the time in the world. It's wonderful. Just let that be known on my deathbed that this time spent streaming was really kind of, if you would have told me 5 years ago that that would be my life for 5 years and maybe for another 5 years or 50 years, because that would be my job and that's how I could support myself, I'd be like, my God, I just feel like you win the lottery sometimes. I don't buy a ton of stuff. If I won the lottery, yeah, I would buy more things, but I don't have the money. I don't need the money sometimes. Everybody should become a streamer. Well, I think we were very lucky, and I think we've worked very hard for a very long time. And there's, you give up obviously a lot of security, right? Who knows? Maybe, I don't know about next month. I don't know about 6 months from now or 6 years from now. Whereas when I worked at Target, I always felt like I had complete security. But at some point, they did start like firing my friends and start like putting pressure on me. And you realize that like you really don't have as much security at a lot of these jobs as you think. But you have more security to like leave a real job and then go get another real job. And as a streamer, like if I left here, I don't know. I guess I would just die if I just stopped streaming. That wouldn't be good. Guess I'll keep that too. It's all just cheap, right? At least you had Target in life. Yeah, Target was okay. Got worse the longer I was there, but it was okay. Just fall off the face of the planet? I don't know what I would do. I'd do something for myself, though. I try to work for myself. You know what I like to think sometimes is that, like, the amount of time that I've spent streaming, like KBB could help me, like, get a job doing something with, like, you know, or like TK Smalls or Motbot. Like, if they were just like, yeah, like, even if you just went in, you're like, hey, just get me a job making minimum wage so I'm not dead. Like, you know, looking out for you. I feel like maybe there's people in a stream capacity that would be able to offer some assistance, you know? I can help you get almost any job you wanted, Redbeard. Yeah, I don't know. But like in like people's fields, you know? Like, not like, I mean, some of you guys have skills far beyond what I'm capable of, but if like they needed somebody to, you know, be a couch or something, like I could probably do that. I don't know if this is right. I'm either giving this up or giving this buff up. I'm not really sure. As Ari says, there's always the streets. Well, Ari's a 22-year-old supermodel. I think she has some capability to make money off of, you know, great genetic beauty that I might not have that same skill set or opportunity available to me. Usually when I'm on the streets, people spray me with a hose when I try to eat out of their garbage can with the time I spent on the street. They probably put her in a warm environment and help her. A Yeti with Rush. Sure. There's always money in the banana stand. I'd open up a banana stand. Maybe I'd start my own business. I could see that. But let's not worry about that. Let's just worry about getting Hearthstone Arena wins and having people subscribe to the YouTube. There is a new intro. A YouTube intro was purchased by RefuGeek from a professional graphics creator guy, and it will be on some of the new videos. So you gotta let me know what you think. If this one has it, which it might, or the last one, let me know what you think of the new thing. And if you hate it, then I guess we'll have to get rid of it. Redbeard's hot sauce, I'd buy it. Yeah, I don't know. Is there a law against just buying like a bunch of hot sauce, splashing people with it? Is there a law against just buying a product and then buying a bunch of bottles and then emptying them into a new bottle, just putting your sticker on it and then selling it? I could just call it Redbeard's Magic Elixir. I am fucking jacked thinking about the new intro. I am making huffing and puffing noises. So kind of like Dreads when his opponent plays a Malignant Horror against him. You're sexy, Redbeard. You're too modest. Well, you haven't seen my penis. It was mangled in a bicycle accident where it got caught in the spokes and it spun around. But it's fine because, you know, who cares? Who really cares? Rebranding is quite common. True. Are bars doing it by mixing drinks? I don't think so. But I think you need a liquor license to do that. Same thing happened to Dennis the Menace. This guy bragging his wiener is big enough to get stuck in the spokes. That was a humble brag. I'm glad somebody picked up on it. How are you, Bert? Glad it's about damn time somebody picked up on it. What do I hate about this game? That my opponent went first and played the first Malignant, so I died. I don't know if this does anything, but I know that it does something. My echoes are eternal. Who says that? My echoes are eternal. My echoes are eternal. Is that Nazoth? My echoes are eternal. Is that the dragon? The 6/6 dragon? The priest shitter? Who says that? Someone tell me. It's crazy how cutting caffeine helps out, does it? I feel like it might have hurt. Anxiety, stress, sleep. Yeah, I don't know. I can't say, because for a long time I never drank any caffeine. And then for like a couple years during the stream I would drink it just for these kind of like night shifts. And I've only recently kind of like stopped for the last few weeks. This must come
Streets are not
down.
safe.
One more death can't hurt.
And I don't know, I have been sleeping better, but I just, my sleep schedule just kind of gets out of whack, like every like 6 weeks for like a few days. I'll like stay up too late or take too many naps in too short a period of time. Slowed me down just a bit at first, but I got used to it. Bert, at least respect him for waking up every morning and putting his wiener in a wheel cart every time he goes towards PC to stream.
I can be
A wheel cart? You mean a wheelbarrow?
persuasive.
We're supposed to live these aesthetic lives now and not drink or eat anything. You weren't drinking a lot? No, I would have the equivalent of like 1 cup of coffee. But sometimes if I didn't eat and I drank it too fast, I'd feel like I was dying. I thought I was donezo. I thought I was donezo on this earth. I thought my heart was gonna explode.
You are a practiced soldier.
Speaking of donezo, I mean, we were done on turn 4. YouTube just gets mad at me when I concede when somebody wins the game with a horror on turn 3 or 4. So I'm like, alright, we'll just play it out and it's fine. You have healthcare? I do, but I have to pay for it and I have to pay a lot.
The Knights of the Ebon Blade
When I first started
will not
streaming, I got
falter.
free healthcare from California, and I think you can do something similar in Oregon. But the stream is profitable enough that I don't have to, which just means I have to pay a ton of money to get healthcare. Did we learn what my echoes are eternal are from?
Merriest of winter veils to you.
I just figure if I'm ever dying, like one of you guys will
Happy
just
feast of winter
donate
veil.
your organs to me.
Be not shady.
Put you on my plan, bud, don't worry. Please. Shifting Shade, 4 mana, 4/3 death rattle, copy opponent's card. That's that card? Really? Oh, I wouldn't have guessed that. I like that card.
One more death can't
Looks too much like the 4 mana, the 3 mana 4/3 that's in right now that deals 3. What set is that from? Descent or something? It's a cool card. I have a specific organ that I'll donate. Okay, which one? Uh-oh, chat's gonna get mad. They hate when these kids remix, synthesize good songs. Kobolds? Is it that old? League of Explorers? No, definitely not. Definitely not League. Isn't League in right now? Or was Justin?
Finds new strength in freedom's shade.
I watch Bunny Hopper. His stream is 99% remixes. I like Bunny, he's a good dude. We've been rating Bunny a lot, and he's rated us a few times too. I like that he, not that I like, but I know that he announced his retirement from the competitive Hearthstone scene because it's just kind of not seemingly supported as much. And I was really worried that he was going to go like put his doctorate to use and help the world, but it sounds like he's kind of focusing on content creation, streaming, and I feel like it's nice that I feel like I'm helping a small amount. It's nice to be able to rate your friends and your co-workers, you know, your peers. It's nice. I feel like, oh, cool. At a time where you kind of lose some of your stability, I feel like, oh, nice. I can like me just try to help him. He seems to at least stop by. I don't know if he's here right now. I hope not, because then I'm embarrassed. But he seems to like stop by and kind of say what up too. And a lot of times I'll raid people and I'll never see them. And it's like, oh, that kind of stinks. Like, so and so couldn't like just
lend me your bones.
say hello once ever, you know, whoever. Shady, we're talking about Bunny Hopper. Whatever happened? Oh, Sin's talking about Shady Bunny. Yeah, Shady. Yeah, he plays Battlegrounds. He's playing right now. Shady's a good dude too. Was an incredible arena player. He's an incredible Battlegrounds player. It's kind of crazy how many great Battlegrounds players there are, just how many players there are, but like how many great Battlegrounds players there are. That like I don't think Shady was like consistently like top 1 or 2 or 5 or 10, but he was like always top like 2 or 3 or 4 in arena. He's like such a smart and skilled guy, him and Collins and stuff. But then you look at it and it's like they're not just winning every lobby legends, just so many incredible players. When did I get this card? Oh, that was my shadow card I got. I can play a 1 and a 2. Play a 1 and a 2 and a 3.
Shield yourselves, soldiers!
I'd like more cards. I might get more cards, but I think I'll just set up a board that's a little bit resilient. I drafted Death Knight with 4 class cards. Did you take a double rune? If you take double green, double blue, double red, I think it can be very, very detrimental, or triple. It can be very detrimental to the amount of class cards you get. Like you might get a few more of that type of rune, but I think it'll limit the amount of class cards you get pretty consistently and pretty substantially. I found that myself in my own drafts, observing the drafts of others. PG players are all really smart. I mean, most of them are not, but the best ones are, of course. But the best arena players are really good too, and the best constructed players and the best duels players. I mean, it's just there's a lot of knuckleheads that play Battlegrounds. They just don't stream it to 5,000 people and they're on the top of the leaderboard. Those people are very smart. Very smart and skilled. He got another secret. That's no good. He didn't coin Flame Strike, which seems like the thing you would have done if you had a Flame Strike, right? Maybe a counter spell.
Runes, bind my blade!
Could be a duplicate. I mean, you can have as many of those as you want. Why has he got so many drafted duplicates?
For the heaven blade!
Should I kill off his guy? I could almost kill him.
Reach for the sky!
Lend me your bones!
I've drawn so many cards. I'm the Merc's top player. Old Black Nerd is the Merc's top player. A lot of people don't know that, but that's true. Here you go, Charles. Fine. Here's a link to the YouTube. And if you wanted to follow the stream, finally you can. Fine. If you want to join the Discord, chat off stream, fine. You can stop begging now. Is it okay if I leave a comment on the YouTube? Yeah, you know what? That's fine. In fact, I haven't liked the most recent YouTube video, and I haven't read the comments, so let me do that now while my opponent is sitting here doing nothing. Thinking, imagine. I'm not sure this deck beat that insane Jade deck from yesterday, but great stuff as always. Enjoy your videos. They're a main source for my improving my own arena stats. You're doing amazing. And I'm proud of you. How about that? What do you think about that? Hard to get past 6 to 10 wins with any class. Had some pretty insane drafts the past couple of days with Priest and Druid, but they all finished with only 6 to 10. 4, 5, 6, 7.
Reach for the sky!
Lend me your bones!
The heaven blade!
5. Got a sneaky suspicion that there will be some other classes showing up here soon. Winky face. Spoilers! Alright, got another win. That's delightful. Juicy McDelicious fun sauce. How are you, bud? Sorry, I was commenting on the YouTube. Started playing Snap and I got pulled in. It's a fun game. Made me think about how bad Mercenaries was. Well, they're very different. Mercenaries isn't really much of a card game. I guess it kind of is now. It's more like a rock, paper, scissors simulator with ugly looking cards instead of powerful looking rocks. Right? Isn't Snap rock, paper, scissors too?
Versus the Lich King.
It has some elements of that, but I think that is overly simplifying what Snap is.
The time has come for your reign.
And I guess that's probably overly simplifying what Mercenaries is. I mean, everything's sort of rock, paper, scissors to an extent, right? Basketballs, just rock, paper, scissors. Quantum physics, really, just you break it down to its most basic sense and form, it's really just rock, paper, scissors. It's meta dependent. A lot of people hate the current meta for mercenaries. I don't even hear people talking about mercenaries anymore. I used to have people. I think Shadow Wanathan still plays mercenaries, and I'm not trying to like shit on mercenaries for Marvel Snap. Oh, I feel like people. We were talking about it earlier. I feel like people just hit pools, like little like pockets of metas for their pools, where like everybody's playing like Silver Surfer or Patriot or Leader or you know Discard, or it feels like even in my own playing, I'll just. For an entire day, I'll just play against all Patriots. I think the locations kind of dictate what people do sometimes. You know what I mean? Only facing Silver Surfer decks gets old in Leader decks? Yeah, but if you're saying like you're only facing Silver Surfer and Leader and Patriot and Move and you know I don't know, Armanzola and, you know, whatever. It's like, oh yeah, I guess some semblance of a zoo deck. It's like, well, I guess that's 6 different decks I'm facing, you know. Once I got Infinite, now I face memers. I'm not meming. That's all I can play. I don't have any cards. I don't mind drawing the weapon.
Never knew you wanted.
These are not the game-winning cards. You draw cards. I'll just take a removal spell.
Runes, bind my blade.
Just hoping for like Scourge. What happened, Juicy? Were you sick? I got past the worst of it and I feel much better. Well, that's good. I would say that when you feel bad, sickness or emotional and all that, I think it's really easy to kind of feel like you have to like get better. But you really don't. I mean, you could just take your sweet ass time, you know? Some days better than others. Like if tomorrow you decide or find you feel worse, I mean, that's fine. Right? I'm just saying, you know, don't feel bad if
Those were priceless.
tomorrow you wake up and you're not feeling so good and you think, what the heck is going on? It's fine. Stream's still here. Still got jokes to crack and all that. I play Hela, which I feel is a meme because Hela gets discarded a lot of the time. I want to play Hela and Ghost Rider and Dracula, but I don't have any of them. So I had to take my discard deck with Scorpion and Killmonger and Okoye to Infinite this month. That was my first Spool 3 card, you lucky sack of shit. No offense, I mean, you know, I mean that like in the nicest way possible.
Run for help! Those were priceless.
I don't get shit. Alright, I'll just use my entire turn and all my cards and my best removal spell, and I killed the first Malignant, so that's nice. I bought Ghost Rider, I bought Death, and I think that's all I bought. Maybe Arrow. I either bought Death or Death and Arrow. I think it might have been just Death. Ooh, that's not as good for me. I should get the Battle Cry. I'm sitting. Who's that following? Not sure. And Hunt Mage. Welcome, guys. Appreciate the follows. It's wonderful to have you guys here. Death and Arrow both solid. Yeah, Arrow's great. Death feels like I don't have enough destroy cards either. Like I have to like run Killmonger and hope that I eat some ones, or sometimes Death is uncastable, or I have to run ones of my own and destroy them. And I swear to God, I think I'm not exaggerating. I think like 22 straight games, I did not pull Angel. Is that what it is? Angel out of my deck. I would draw him all the time. I never got him for free. It's useful in a Hela deck with Lady Sif. Yeah. Okay. I like that. I like Lady Sif. Alright, so we got 7, 8, 9. I have no use for my hero power, and I can only play. Huh. I guess I can kill here. Sure, that's my fun, right? Why not? Just played Saw Proving Grounds for the first time. It does not do what I thought it did. I hate cards that are very unclear. What did you think it did? Also, is he just not playing any minions after buffing them all? Seems that way. How do I get a little more damage? I don't know. My own malignant idiot. Sure, I was gonna flip it, but this seems okay. Fight things randomly. No, don't they just fight each other? I thought they fought each other. No? Okay. That was not life gain. Or another buffed minion. Wait, we might win this? Is that right? Thrifty Anvil with the raid. Can I get an oh hell yeah? And maybe a shout out if we have any mods. Is he dead? Oh my god, he's dead. This guy's going to die. We're going to win this game. Holy smokes. I think. Going second, 2 Malignant Horrors. First Malignant way earlier than ours. A Lord Thromar on curve, and I think we just wallop this guy. Wait, isn't that actually just killing? Oh no, because he gets to trade.
Delicious spider.
All life must end.
You do 2 heart strikes, yeah, and a weapon or no? But I'll take it. I'm not big on heart strike. I don't really like that card much. And he might have already had 2 taken over bad cards and then drafted a Lord Thromar and he's like, yeah, I'm only running like 4 cards that can't buff. You know, he could have just been really bad, really unlucky. How's the stream, Thrifty? Where are you? What were you playing? Guy was not a strong player? Was he not? I wasn't really paying attention. Let me check my shop right now. I have... Okay. Crossbones, it looks exactly like another one. Groot, an actual, but really cool Rocket Raccoon with a gigantic weapon, but I don't want to buy Rocket Raccoon. Wait, I don't have Hellcat. I thought I had him, I was gonna just... Okay, I got Jubilee. I actually like Jubilee, but I don't run a Jubilee deck. Oh, I love this track. Red is alone in a Hell Cow variant meta. I like everyone. We all get a ton of pixels, I'm sure. You get so many pixel variants that you don't want. And I do have, I think, like 3 Odin variants. I think I've got like 6 Odin. I think I've got 6 variants. And half of them are just Odin. And I don't like Odin either. And they don't look that cool. I'm very annoyed about that. And I most recently got... Oh, I got a Lizard variant that actually does look kind of cool, but I never run Lizard in any decks. And every time somebody plays a Lizard, my cube counting eyes light up and I just snap their cubes out of their account. And before that I got a Hawkeye pixel variant. I about threw my phone outside. The strategy when drafting Death Knight, I think you want to draft one of each rune color, personally. I was playing Faith and it's an Atari style horror game and it was surprisingly good. Interesting. I don't really, like, I don't know, man. I just have like no desire or motivation to find video game. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't play video games anymore. For like last, how old am I? Like 10, 15 years. And I used to, like, you know, as a kid, like it was just like Nintendo all day, but it's just like, I so much prefer these days just watching somebody play something on YouTube or Twitch. Like, I don't know, I got too lazy or what. Like, I would rather watch you play that than play it myself, probably, you know. Do you miss anything about your LA apartment at all? Oh yeah, I mean, some things. Yeah, there was a pool there and a jacuzzi. There was a fitness center. There's not a fitness center here.
I've got exotic wares.
Dinner Performer and Joey, thank you for the subscription. Let me try Dinner Performer. I miss being close to my family and some of the places I'd eat at that were close to me. But the apartment was super expensive and really there was no point. What am I doing here? Killing that one.
I must consider.
Sorry, let me get Dinner Performer in just a moment. Takes 3, that takes 1, that gets frozen. Maybe that's the play? I guess I kill them both. Dinner, party, dinner, performer. for your entertainment. Da 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 da.
Destiny calls to you.
Oh. How'd I do? Be honest. Be honest with me this time, chat. If I didn't do a good job, I want to know. I want to I want to improve. Hey Jojo. 10 muted. Be Redbeard. It's the only way to win. Redbeard is the play.
Finds new strength in freedom, Shade.
You didn't have the accent. I don't know. I tried my best. You made me smile, so you did a 10 out of 10. Acceptable. It's harder sometimes, I think, to do the female characters with an accent, probably. Me, I don't know. You were so good, you summoned a Millhouse on 5 along with you. That's what I was trying to do. I was trying to do what you said there. Whatever words those were. Wow, he's only got 1 card left, and it's a shadow spell, and he hasn't played it. It doesn't have to be the Scourge. That's all I'm saying, is it isn't necessarily guaranteed to be the Scourge. I use Storm to lock out lanes, and Scarlet to change the thingy, to change the thing, to any other thing that sucks too. This guy just draw nothing, or did he draw something? Whoa, 11 wins, my god. Our first run went 12, our second run, which was a Druid, and our second run is at 11. And I did not think we would be beating these Death Knights. Wow. Jiminy Christmas, that's good. Although it would work sometimes. I ran America Chavez in my discard deck. When I didn't get Apocalypse, I would guarantee to get America Chavez, and it would be 10 power. And I think sometimes people would account for a 9 power America Chavez and forget that it was buffed sometimes. Show me the back-to-back 12s and get a third one with Shaman or Druid. Okay, easier said. Sure, of course. Dying of the flu, but nothing I'd rather die to than a Redbeard stream. Wow, really? I'd say maybe Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring, maybe? Maybe in the arms of a kind and willing lover.
Is the prelude to despair.
I'd love to draw a Malignant Horror. I just like to go out in this game with my Malignant. Let's say, win or lose, we get our Malignant, you know what I mean? Cancer's taking me time to load up Redbeard's stream. What? Cancer is taking me, period, time to load up Redbeard's stream. Got it. Well, no, you're never gonna die from anything, ever. And the Edmonton Oilers are gonna win the Stanley Cup 13 years from now, after the Kings' historic 12-year run of consistent wins. You know what I mean? Oh my god, that wasn't active. Wow, okay.
Hope you don't have magic in mind.
How miserable is Arena right now? Because if you say it's okay fun, I'll whimsically draft an Arena run. If not, I'll stick to my loser single-player mode. I've been having fun. I don't think every deck and every run is fun, and I think that that's the biggest difference between like Arena in its heyday and right now. But I think it's better after the adjustments. You don't see nothing but Death Knights, and not every Death Knight that you see is unbeatable. So, but you still probably want to get Death Knight, and you probably want to avoid Death Knight still, if if at all possible. Except for Breath, I won't be here till next year. No, a whole 364 days without seeing you. I don't think I can take it.
I have things you never knew you wanted.
Froststrike is a good card. It's not the Scourge, but it is a good card. I think I'm just gonna take this, get it off the board, get another roll at a shadow spell, see if we can quote-unquote win the game with a high roll. This, I think, is the worst of the discovered cards. The issue being that, like, you can't get Scourge. You kind of are pretty reliant on just getting the... None of these do what I need them to do. I'm not getting many buffs, but I guess I'm getting some buffs. You can't get, like, the Scourge, or... You have to get the Frost Dragon card, right? So we lose? I think so, yeah. This one looks over. My favorite Discover card is the one in my dad's wallet, yeah. Use it to gift 150 subs now. And then when he says, "What the hell did you do, Sunselm?" I don't know, Dad. I thought I was downloading pornography on cable.
Persuasive.
I'm wondering about the fun or the playable level of the average deck. I would say the average deck, is playable, I would say. Yeah. Okay, well, we're never killing those, which kind of means, I think, again, we're never winning, but it doesn't mean we can't win, you know what I mean? Doesn't mean we can't be winners.
I must target something else.
But not fun. I think rogue decks at high roll are fun, but the average rogue deck doesn't high roll. I think the average shaman deck right now is fun. I think the average warrior deck can be fun. I think the average mage deck can be fun. I would stay away from hunter, paladin, demon hunter. I'd say warlocks. My warlocks haven't felt fun or good, but it is kind of higher up in the win rate, so maybe. Isn't it too hot with the new hat? It's freezing outside, so no. No, I need to go grab my blankie. It's not that cold, it's like 45. Oh, it's like priest. Oh, I like priest. I like priest a lot. I like priest more than other people. Does he get to attack still? Oh no. Yeah, I'm gonna trade here. I'm trading here. My trade is going here. I'm gonna trade with this one. You can go face. It's time for you to go face. Hatsune Miko. Here. Darn it. Lion's Guard. God, maybe I have to hero power one. I mean, I'm gonna die so fast. I can't. I have to remove power. I guess this removes power too, though, huh? It removes 2 power. And maybe this is better if he has a Battle Master. I'm not sure if that keeps us alive. This is gonna kill us too fast. Oh yeah, we need this card. There's 4, 8, 10, 12. No taunt and we win. If we live. Let's hope. I mean, he might be dead. I'm gonna squelch him because, well, I hope he's dead. No paladin, hunter, demon hunter. I think Death Knight you still want to take. Don't kill me. Don't taunt. Don't do anything. Oh, let's not click anything because this map always just disconnects you. That's my attempt at a joke. Oh, I missed that one. Missed that one. If you have lethal and you're killing me, shame on you. Five, 8, 9. Let's play this one. This swing, I have a Bone Breaker in the deck too. Sniped. I did face this same person playing a Death Knight yesterday or the day before. Not to guarantee that they're sniping, but or you know, not to, you know, but I definitely have played against this person recently with what appears to be potentially the same deck, or just queuing up nonstop 10-win quality Death Knights against me. It's tough to say. I was hoping we would win and we wouldn't have to like really mention that, but yeah, it's fine.
One more death can't hurt.
Taunt kind of sucks. Is there anything I can copy that has like rush? None of these have rush or anything, do they? Copy that, and then I die. Can just play this. Do I have to trade here?
I must consider.
Lethal? Lethal. Lethal. Lethal? Or not? Yeah, I don't think so.
Curious.
Didn't lose any way out. I mean, we're not dead on board.
Be swift.
There's no way to get the 5 damage face, right? 1-1. Or like fatigue or anything.
You have an audience with the king.
I waited too long, but I think we're probably dead, but maybe not. I mean, he has 100 cards. I think trade off the 1-4 and faceless to 6-10. Trade off the 1-4 and faceless. Oh yeah, that would have been better. I could have played them both. I didn't even think about that. That would have been better, which is crazy because we really didn't have many plays. Yeah, that would have at least maybe kept us alive, but we would lose our board, right? Well, maybe not. I mean, he has 10 cards, and I think they were sniping. I think so. But 11's cool. I mean, our deck is not as good as theirs, right? They got 400 malignant triggers, we got 0, so. I'll take 11. Yeah, that play would have been way better though, to just have an extra 6-10.